Good evening, everyone. It's Bernie here from Stampin' Up. Welcome back to my craft room this evening. Excuse me, it's Tuesday, the 17th of September, 2024. And you may well notice if you follow me and watch my lives and the replays that I'm alone tonight. I do not have Rich. So he is staying the night in Hamilton tonight. So it is just me. So welcome to everyone that's watching this on the replay as well. It's really lovely having you. Hi, Mum. Yes, I'm on my own tonight, so Rich is not here. So I'll have to keep an eye on the comments as well as my screen, as well as my project. So bear with me if I miss any comments of yours tonight. So tonight I have got a very fun hot tip to teach you about placing multiple pieces. I don't know if you ever experiences like I do where you've colored in all your beautiful flowers and then you land up putting them in position and you're happy with how they're placed, and then you have to take them off because now you have to put glue back on, and then you don't quite put them back the way they were the first time. So I'm going to show you a way to avoid that. We're going to do that tonight, and then I'm also playing with some new product that arrived last week. Just going to take a bit of a break from the whole Christmas theme and do something more autumnal. If you're up in the Northern Hemisphere, this will really, really resonate with you because it has sort of very beautiful earthy tones. But even if you're not, even if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, then it's still a beautiful card. All right, so let's pop you over to my desk. And as you can hear, I'm still croaky, still have this stupid cough that I'm fighting. So bear with me if my cough comes or struggle to talk properly. It just is annoying. So this is what we're making tonight. I'm going to be showing you how I created this background. We're going to be coloring in these beautiful, beautiful flowers. And then, of course, my amazing tip as to how to put them in place and not lose its place. But let me show you this, where I've got this from. So where did I put my catalog now? I've got this actually from the annual catalog. So taking a break from the mini just for the week. And this is the Wildly Flowering Suite on page 41. Beautiful, beautiful cards. And I'm actually going to be casing this one. So we'll see how I do. The colors are all the, well, not all, but they are in colors from 23-25. The Wild Wheat and the Moody Mauve are some of my favorites, and we're going to be featuring that. And then they've got some other gorgeous earthy colors, Mossy Meadow, Misty Moonlight, Early Espresso, and Crumb Cake. Beautiful, beautiful bun suite. I just want to quickly show you some of the papers before we get started. So very earthy florals. We've got some gorgeous florals over there. And then as you can see, I've used a lot of this purple. And we've got some wild wheat over here and some more Moody Mauve. And then here's the Misty Moonlight coming in with that hydrangea look. I love this. This is such... Hello, Leslie Ann. You're back safely. Good to see you. I love this. This is Crumb Cake. It's got like a linen, I'll just bring it up to the camera. It's got like a, oh, you can't really see that. It's got like a linen texture that will be amazing for masculine cards. Excuse me. So there's another blue in the Misty Moonlight. Here's a blue version of the Moody Mauve. And then this gorgeous, gorgeous floral. It's good to see you too. Welcome back to nice icy cold weather too, eh? It's freezing cold today. Beautiful blue, again, nice masculine look, and some Moody Mauve and some more gorgeous colors. So really beautiful papers in this. I do like the earthy ones. And then it's got some dimensionals that come in the suite, the adhesive back textured dots. So I'll just bring those up. You could have a little bit of a squizzy to that. It's got, it looks like it's got something's been like stamped into the embellishment. And then we've got these stamps, which are beautiful. I love agapanthus, so this just really made me very happy. And it's got a nice background stamp and some beautiful fonts. I love everything about these sentiments. You've been on my mind. Thank you. Sending happy thoughts. And then the matching dies, and we're going to use these quite extensively tonight because it's got this massive one. Here's my geometry fail. I don't know what the shape is. Pop it in the comment. And then it's got this lacy one, which I haven't yet played with, but I have played with these, this one, and I have played with all the cutouts for the flowers. So heaps of fun. All right, let's get started. Apparently it's going to be -1 tomorrow in Hamilton, where Rich is overnight. So yeah, good luck, Rich. Okay, so I've got a Moody Mauve base, just an ordinary standard half a sheet of A4 cardstock. So I'm just going to burnish that. And I've taken some of the Moody Mauve floral because that's what it's cut out. And you can see I've cut out several of these shapes. So I actually did them ahead of time because it took a while and I really didn't think you wanted to watch me cut numerous amounts of these. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 large ones. And then I've got 2 of these bitsy ones. So what we're going to need to do is create a pattern. All right. And I might just bring my silicone sheet in here just so that I can make sure that I've got my gluing right. So the pattern starts off by putting 3 of these big ones. Let's just get this come down some more. 3 of these big ones like this. Okay. This one needs to come down some more. I think that's how it goes. And then we're going to fill them in over here and over here. So let's get gluing. You're going to hibernate. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I've got the fire going. I had the fire going. I was out in Caddy today with a friend of mine visiting another friend of mine. And when we got home, it was so cold. Okay, I just want to make sure I've got this right because once it's wrong, let's just bring that down a bit more. Hold on, I just want to bring this down a bit more. I'm looking at my sample. That's coming. So let me make sure I cut the right size. Yeah. Okay, let's go here. Off the edge ever so slightly. So if you're good with geometrical shapes, this is going to be a good one for you. If, like me, you're geometrically challenged, you might find this one a little more challenging. So what have you all been doing today? Keep me company while I'm sticking these pieces in place. What have you all been doing today? Like I say, I was visiting a friend with a friend. So I'm just going to come and put that one there. And I'm actually going to use this offcut, so I'm just going to take that glue off. And I might just put the glue halfway so that I don't get my fingers too sticky. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip this card over and I'm just going to cut off these bits. and then we can keep building our puzzle. Just going to turn that over so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we're making progress. Now I'm going, this is where Bernie's geometrical challenging comes in again. So over here, I'm just going to glue, let's see if I can fit this one in. No, I'm just going to glue a little bit here. And I'm going to stick it in like that. Because we want to, oops, so it's going skew. We want to create nice equal lines around. So again, I'm going to trim off the excess. Doing this a bit backwards. So I would suggest if you're going to case this card that you cut off, like I did, cut about 6 or 7 of these shapes. And then I found the first time I made this card, I didn't, and it was a bit, yeah, it was a bit tricky. Okay, have I got the equal? I might bring this one back in. Is that going to be enough? It should be. Let's be reckless. Let's live dangerously. And put that in. And take that up to the top. Theoretically, it should be right because then it's the other side. Okay, flip it over. All right. Okay, let's have a look at comments. So we've got Mum says it's sunny but cool. Oh, you got Squeaky on your lap. So Squeaky, for those people that obviously won't know who Squeaky is, it's a cat that lives next on the premises of people where my mom boards. And it's their cat, but Squeaky always visits my mom. Mom says, I'll pop this comment on so you can see. There we go, because glad you're home safely, Leslie Ann. There we go. Mom's popped a comment on there for you to look at. So I'm going to now put these pieces in like this. So it really is a little bit of a puzzle. So if you enjoy quilting, you will love this card. You will love this card if you enjoy quilting, because it really is like paper piecing. Okay, so that one's in, and that one's going to go in. I must say this is working out better than my sampler that I made, because I figured out that it's easier to just cut all those big shapes. I was trying to muck around with smaller pieces and that wasn't working. Okay. All right, what do we still need? So I need these corners over here. So those corners, can I use, let's see what I've got. Will I be able to get away with that? Let's have a look. Because I do want to put a little bit in the corner. It's 3 years today since the Lauren Dickerson murders happened down in Timaru. It was all over the news again today. Yeah, that's just, I can't believe that the time has gone so fast. But yeah, that's really heartbreaking. 3 years ago now. Today, I think it is. Yes, that's working. And then let's pop, I just want to use my other scrap. And let's pop that in there. And then I'll just bring it and show you what I've done. Oops. So I've got a big piece left. So I counted was 6 or 7. So you'll probably get away with 6 of these pieces cut. So let's just cut this one off. Cool, cool. There we go. All right, so that is all the puzzle pieces built. So let me bring that up to show you. So we've got this gorgeous background now. That one's a little bit skew, but I'm not going to get too fussed about that. But yes, I think it was a lot easier cutting those bigger pieces and then mapping those out. It certainly made a lot more sense to do that. So now the next thing we're going to work on is that hot tip that I want to show you. So in order to do that, we need to first stamp and color in our flowers. So let me set that to the side, and I'm going to be using that stamp and that stamp and that stamp. So what I'm going to do is I am going to stamp these and color them in, but I've actually gone ahead this afternoon and did them all because I needed to do another, I had to video something else and I needed to do them. So I'm just going to demonstrate how I color these in, and then with the pieces that I've already die cut, I will show you my nice tip. So I'm just using Memento ink with my stamps to get my images, and because it's cling rubber, you don't need anything underneath. So the colors I'm going to be coloring them in with is Wild Wheat, Mossy Meadow, and Misty Moonlight. And I'm actually going to use a blender pen. I started with blender pens way back before alcohol blending pens were a thing with Stampin' Up. And I really like them. I love working with them because I feel it gives me a lot more control over my ink. So I'm just picking this up onto the nib and I'm just coming in and doing some coloring. You can do a lot of things with your blender pens. You can stamp in a color and then just pull the color through. So it's very, very versatile. And it's very good to have a blender pen if you're on a budget when you're stamping and you can't afford all the alcohol blender pens. Then you can, or the stamping blends, and you can just use that. So I'm just cleaning this off because I'm going to swap it. It has 2 sides, which makes it easier. So you can just swap nibs, but I generally prefer to just clean mine. So I'm going to now use Misty Moonlight for my little flower. All right, so I'm colouring these petals in. And I've got a pretty card to show you at the end of how you can really just accent one of the flowers and make it pop. So make sure you stick to the end. So you see how I've created some subtle shadows with my blue. I don't know if you can pick that up, but I can see I've got a light and a dark blue just by picking up less and more ink. I really, really enjoy working with my blender pens more than I do actually the alcohol blenders, but that's just me. So I've cleaned it off again, and now I'm just coming in with some Wild Wheat. Okay, I can see I've still got a bit of green on that one. And then, I should have done that one in the blue. So I'll come back to that and just clean off my tip. And I'll just come over and just quickly do these. With these little ones, I usually just rub it very gently over. You just want a hint of color. Okay. just bring that up to the camera for you. So there we go. We've got the wild wheat. It looks darker on camera, but hopefully you can pick that up. And then the blue and then the green. All right, let me just check what comments Mum's making. Oh, yeah, time has flown. Oh, so is he back practicing there, Mum? Yeah. Yeah, she's got to serve 18 years. She's been given a sentence of 18 years. And they're trying to figure out whether she serves that here or whether they send her back to South Africa. But either way, it's not a happy situation for anybody. Okay, now there are corresponding dies that cut these out, and so, like I said, I've already done that in the magic of preparation. So I'm just going to set these to the side, and I've got my dies over here. Right, so they cut them out perfectly. So I'm just setting these out. And I want to get my arrangement. So I'm going to bring my card back into the picture. And I want to place this one over here. And I might bring this little yellow one back over here. And I'm going to tuck that blue one behind like so. And maybe this yellow, my wild wheat one, back over here. And this one to the side. And this one on top. Okay. Am I happy? Let's just move that one a bit more there. Oh, I've got glue on my fingers and it's making things move. Hold on. Because once I've got this in position, then we're going to do my little tip. So let's pop that there. Keep moving everything. Oh my goodness, come on. Stop moving. It's like I've got a magnet on my fingers. Okay, let's just go with that for now, right? Okay, stay. Now, I'm going to pick up. What have you got there? Here's one Bernie made earlier. Yes, that's right. I am going to pick this up with a post-it note. Okay, just squashing that down so that they all are picked up, all caught, making sure I've got them all. Stick, stick. There's one there that's really rebelling. And I'm going to flip it. Oops, that one's rebelling. All right. Come on, behave yourself. I'm going to flip it over. Just quickly bring in my silicone mat. And now with my glue, I'm going to put some glue where I need it. Okay, and hopefully they don't fall out on me. This one I'm just going to stick down because it's just got a mind of its own. Okay. It's like a child or a dog when you want it to behave itself and it's just not listening. Okay, so we're putting those back, bringing my bone folder, making sure they're sticking. Okay, lifting this up. Now you children all behave. Bringing it back over, putting it in place. And I've got, still that one's not behaving. Happy, happy, stick down. And there we go. Because they are now where I want them to be. Rather than taking them off, putting them back in place, and then you lose where you didn't want them. Thank you very much. Thank you, Leslie Ann. Yes, they are very, very dainty. So now we need to just put our sentiment over and some twine. So the twine I'm going to be using is the wild wheat jute. I'm just straightening it a bit because it's a little bit rebellious. Everything is rebelling in my craft room tonight. I think it's the moisture from all the rain we've had. I'm just going to take some of my double-sided tape and sort of over here is where I'm going to put a piece. And over here. Okay, and where's my tapey pick tool? Just going to lift this up. All right, now I'm bringing my twine, my jute cord over, back, and loop, back, and cutting it. By doing it that way, you're saving on your ribbon rather than doubling around the two sides. So it's just being a bit more economical, and just to make sure that that doesn't move, I'm sticking some more over, and what I will do is I'll actually put another piece of cardstock over there because I don't like that sticking out. So I'll go back and do that. So let's tie a bow and then we can do our sentiment and then we are almost done. So I'm putting my bow through, or my ribbon through my jute cord. You'll be all fingers and thumbs doing that, Mum. Yeah, well, it takes just really just sticking your Post-it note on it and getting it to hold. Okay, let's just check that this is where I want it to be. Maybe a little bit bigger. I do find with the jute cord, it's because it's so thick, it's also doing its own thing tonight again. Everything is doing its own thing. And what I'm going to actually do, let me just find them. Let me just quickly go onto my other desk. I'm going to take a glue dot and just stick a glue dot under that. I'll just put a couple on under there because I can see this little guy is going to be a problem. There we go. Like, you just stay where you stay. Right, let's do that sentiment. So I've die cut a wild wheat piece using exactly the same panels, and I want to do the You've Been on My Mind. I have a few friends that I could send this to. I had a quick video call with our grandies at dinner time this evening because they were on my mind. Okay, so I'm going in the middle and I'll tell you why. Now there is a trick where you can put this through your what's that thing called, cut and emboss machine, and shorten it. But to be honest, it just seemed like way too much work. So I just figured if I stick it in the middle and I take it to the second, I'll bring that in the camera, the second little notch, I put that little corner in there and I take my blade over and I turn it over and I bring that and put it in the second notch again. I mean, you know, this is like major mathematical science going on in my world, but that's what I did, and that's what I'm, accepting my sign looks a bit skew. Is it skew? I don't know. I'll bring the card and have a look. So that is going to go over there. Now, when I made the sample, I initially put some dimensionals on these sides, but it's way too thick. So I'm going to do it a little bit different, and I'm actually going to position them on the top and the bottom this time and see if that's better. The jute cord is very, very thick to put dimensionals on. So yeah, my other one looked a little bit lopsided. I wasn't altogether happy with that. So let's see how we go with this. So I'm going to pop that one on there. Ah, that's a lot more stable. Let me show you. There, where did that go? Oops, sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. It just disappeared. So this one, do you see how it's wonky? And if I don't know if you can see in my card, I've got the dimensionals on both, can't see. I've got the dimensionals there and there. But this one, I've put the dimensionals there and there, and I've left the sides free because we've got this jute there. It's thick enough. We don't need more. So, yeah, I'm glad I could save that one. So let's use those beautiful embellishments now. I'm going to stick a couple here to the side. These are really pretty. They look like, I don't know how to describe them to you. They look like somebody's banged them with something inside. They've got dimension on them, really gorgeous. And then the last thing is we just need to put a inside mat. Right, so pop that inside. And like I said, I will cut another piece of Moody Mauve to go over there. And now I have some florals to go in on that side. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, the idea about putting the dimensionals on the other side. I had to figure it out because it was just too bulky. Just push that up there. Push that up there. Right, where's my cap? I wish you could all see what this room looks like when I do a live. It starts off so nice and tidy. Fantastic. Okay, so there we've got our gorgeous, gorgeous card. I love it. So hot tip, put your flowers in place, put your Post-it note over, turn it over, put your adhesive on, and then do your, put it back on again. And that definitely looks more stable. So I'm actually going to take that other one off and I'm going to follow my own advice. Oh, the glue when I had all the flowers together. Yes, with the Post-it note. Yeah, that's a pretty cool one. So let me show you another card that I made using this exact same set. So it is so simple, this one. So what I've done here is I've got a tiny strip of the DSP, the blue one, where we used the Moody Mauve today. I've put a piece of the Misty Moonlight. I just cut a triangle, or rather a square that I made that are offset. And then I put I don't know if you can see the wild wheat. I just stamped that in the background ever so lightly on the white. And then I did the agapanthus over there. And when I lie it down, it actually looks very three-dimensional. It looks like there's something, it just looks like there's more dimension to it than just a piece of paper on the top of the basic white. So I really love the simplicity of this design. Yes, that is gorgeous. Thanks, Mom. I love it too. I love it. So there is doing naughty things tonight. So there we've got two samples of the beautiful what's it called? Wildly Flowering. So I hope you are inspired to play a little bit with, if you've got it, or even not, just make something similar using the similar design, but definitely try out that hot tip of using a Post-it note when you've got lots of little fiddly bits and you just want to make sure that they go back in place. So yeah, I hope you had lots of fun playing with me tonight, and I'm going to tidy up my craft room, make a cup of tea, and then I'm going to finish my storybook that I have. I'm reading an awesome book. What is it called? The things we leave undone. I think that's what it's called. It's a bit of a love story. So I'm going to go and read that and hopefully have a good sleep. So thank you all so much for being with me this evening, keeping me company, and I will catch you all next week. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Bye.